You are welcome once again to the Guru's Perspective. You know, we are still talking about this oil theft that has darkened, that has totally removed joy and happiness from faces of all Nigerians. All Nigerians. Really, I must say all Nigerians, because the fact remains that even those that are stealing the oil, are they really happy? They are not happy because if a man, you are from a village, you have your quarter at the village, you have your area at the village, and you are the only one gaining access to the money, and they must be very, very careful. I said that Nigeria allows every type of character to move about, because they are the one being offered chieftaincy title. It is the money of the stolen oil, the fraud, the dupe for other places in the country that they will now use again to work your votes, to allocate your votes to themselves, and then you will now see them very soon. They are the honorable and the distinguished senators, honorable houses, members of the Houses of Representatives and Congress. But how many members of his family that are not really benefiting from what he has stolen? They are there. So even the thief who has succeeded in this accumulation is not happy totally at the end of the day. They die in mystery. So let us go ahead. In the previous episode, we were able to identify why we could not meet our OPEC quota, production quota, given by OPEC, 4.7 million barrels per day. When we have the capacity, or when Nigeria was producing as close as to 3 million barrels a day at a time, the time that the oil fields, the oil wells were so minor, we were able to cross the 2 million barrel range. Today, the oil fields have been so enlarged, the oil wells are so many, we cannot pick up at 1.7 million barrels per day. I told you, during the last 2 years of Muhammadu Buhari, his democratic coming, the former Timothy Silva told us, because he was Minister of State in the Petroleum Ministry, he told us that Nigeria was losing average of 700,000 barrels to thief every day. Be conservative. Put that even at $60 per barrel, which it was then. And now times $60 times 700,000 barrels every day. How much will they give to you? So within that period, we were struggling to meet. We could not even breach to 800,000 barrels per day. So I will repeat myself here. Please pardon me. It is the pain in my heart that I'm carrying. When Nigeria had lesser oil fields and lesser oil well, we are crossing 2 million barrels per day. Now, we have identified that why we could not meet the 1.7 million barrels per day today is because of stealing. But let me shock you with some facts. What's the difference between oil field and oil well? Oil field stands for a place that there are many oil wells. A flow station will be included. The gas compressor system will be included. That is oil field. Meaning, in one given oil field, you must have many oil wells. As of the last count, let me give you this example. The Niger Delta region has 500 oil fields. Total oil wells in Nigeria is about 7,296. Don't just say ha. Don't be shocked. This backs to 1938. And most of the oil wells then and now mostly were used for experiment of checking this So with what we have only in the Niger Delta, which is majorly, don't forget, it's not only Niger Delta that has oil feed now. Lagos State is oil producing. Kogi State, which will be pronounced oil producing. Somewhere in Plateau, Nazarawa, there's oil that is now being exploited by NNPC and others. Then if 500 are there accumulated within the region of Niger Delta, how come so how can the thief therefore, with all increase that we have in oil fields, in oil well, with all increase we have in security monitoring, both the state actor and the non-state actor, how come that the thief is superior? So it tells you what I said in the first episode, that this is not theft of busting of pipelines. It do happen. If you move to the Niger Delta region, when the Navy and the Tatita, the Topolo company will tell you, we destroy illegal air refinery. Those are the little one that has to do with the pipes. The major one were those who connected other huge pipes to the existing main pipe that runs this thing to the flow head where it is done. And what do happen there? What do happen there? So those ones in the Niger Delta that destroy the environment, because the ecosystem is number one casualty of illegal refinery, they are small. But the real one that is crushing Nigeria down is the ones truly directly. And where? Directly at the oil field or oil head well. They connect directly to the oil field or oil head well. Like the vessel that came, which I mentioned in the first episode, that loaded how many millions barrels, which took 10 days, 10 nights to load. Those are properties of the oil head well or at the oil field, the flow station at the oil field. They connect directly. Then the question is that, how come, even if it has out of mercy, can the security agencies show mercy on Nigeria? If they are not showing mercy, that must have been telling us some hidden facts that we want to know. Let us go through the trajectory to get to the fact that you and I need to know. In the first place, for the government that own all the apparatus of security, I mentioned them the other time. I may not be able to mention them, but like Navy, Air Force, Army, and Civil Defense, that has all this thing. To go and now look for non-state actor and give them employment. Is it a joke that 4 billion is being paid to one company? Is it monthly? To protect our pipeline so that it will not be busted, so that our oil will not be stolen. It means the government itself that own the apparatus have lost confidence in their own property. That is the only reason why the government that owns all these security apparatus will now work to go and meet another person. Say to Pulukom, your oil theft is killing us. So please help us. We will pay you this amount. First of all, there must have been loss of confidence from the government on its own apparatus. Then you now go to employ the non-state actor to protect your oil for you from the hands of the thieves. The first question you want to ask yourself is this: who is the thief of the crude oil? So we have a situation in our hands when the thief is announcing to the whole world that I will protect the oil of this country. I will protect it, that no thief will be allowed to gain access to it again. So I have employed a better security system that will deter the thief not accessing the oil. And the person making this announcement is the thief of the crude oil. How much do you think you can protect in that? Am I speaking in parables? I don't know. But I will not ask you to forgive me. Let all of us go out and investigate this matter. And the non-state actor that we employ, knows one fact. As you yourself that employ him knows. The only people being taken for granted are ordinary Nigerians. They are the pawn on the board that you move. This one there, this one there. Because the non-state actor that you have gone to employ with such as high money, had always been in operation with the state actor at different times. They have a point of synergy. They have always been together that, okay, you will switch this off here, you will on this way. This is where big corporate organizations like NNPC are involved. Was there no time that the head of the Nigerian Navy accused NNPC top officials as being responsible for the oil debt? Was there no time like that? Have they not been accusing themselves? Which means even before you, because now we have a tripod stand. One is the owner of the apparatus. That is the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, because the police belongs to the people of Nigeria. The Nigerian police force belong to the Nigeria state, not Nigeria people. That is why it is called Nigeria Police Force. But all the remaining ones belong to Nigeria people. That is why they are called Nigerian Air Force, Nigerian Army, Nigerian Navy. Then the civil defense belongs to the Nigerian people. But somebody must operate on behalf of the Nigerian people. And the person to operate is the federal government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It's one leg of the tripod. Then the second leg of the tripod are these security apparatus that I just mentioned now, which are properties of the federal government of Nigeria. They are our property. And again, the federal government manage them on behalf of us, all of us Nigerians. That is the second leg of the tripod. Then the third leg of the tripod is the private security apparatus, the non-state actors, which have employed. At what point that there is a convening or converging here? Where is the converging point for the three to meet? The converging point is in the field. As the non-state actor who is big enough now to be recognized for contract award had started operation there. And who were those he was conspiring with? They were the state actors that were supposed to be protecting. So they have division of labor. They share the time. They share, this time is your time. When it is my turn, don't disturb me. This is the signal we should give to ourselves. And the man who owns both now, that is the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, equally, had always been a participating partner in that place. So they are all partners in progress. So when you now, the government that represents us, that is now exercising responsibility over the state actors, which are the security agencies, who is now employing the non-state actor and exercise authority, when the federal government will now meet the non-state actor, say, come on, we want to employ you. They understood the game better than you would ever imagine. You can't imagine, but understood it. You say, okay. And you are now bringing two people that had their beginning somewhere else, who were there in the Genesis, into the Exodus. That is the movement of the whole narration. What did they know? They knew what they knew they have been doing together. So all they need to do, therefore, is not to say, oh boy, now that we are together, we are securing this person, let's do it like this. So who are the thieves? It is those two powerful two legs of the tripod that will now appoint their coordinators that are outside. Okay, oh boy, you can come to take a time. You can come to take a time. But occasionally, there must be reefers that they will arrest and say they burn down the vessel. I ask you a question. Please find the answer, drop it in the box. The question is this. All those vessels, about 6 months ago, that they are burning, what is the quantity of crude oil that is inside the vessel? I ask you, why don't we find that? Even if the quantity is much, before the vessel is set on fire, that we burst it, taking alcohols all over the world, they would have succumbed the little quantity there, sell it out, and my God, things are happening in Nigeria. Things happen all over the world, though. Mafia is all over the world, but the maritime mafia that has deeper fraction of the oil stealing is heavy, and I repeat, it's heavy. So how do we come to end of this? To come to end of this again, we should go back to the ownership of both apparatus. It is the government. Government, if you really want the stealing of the crude to stop, you are the only one that can stop it. Because you know the reason why your own failed, your own apparatus, your navy, your army, your air force, your police, your civil defense, your DMI, everything, which is your property. You should know why they failed, not to guide it. Then you talk to them. Then you go to the non-state actor. But as long as we are promoting the non-state actor above your state actor, the tragedy of that movement is a phenomenon that nobody wants to arrive in Nigeria. It is what you have in Sudan now that has devastated. How many people are there in Sudan? Because a state actor went to call non-state actor, militia, and say, help us. If we can put this government away, they will come. Now, the non-state actor is big enough that is pushing the state actor away, and this is the battlefield. That can equally happen in Nigeria. So the thing is neither the promotion of state actor or non-state actor, but the truth of the matter is the sincerity of the government to say, we all have been doing this dealing before. Henceforth come, let us know. Henceforth, steal no more. Let's our hands be clear. It is only at that time that the stealing of our crude oil, because Nigeria has become the most porous when it comes to stealing. Are we the only one in producing oil in the world? No, but Nigeria has become the most porous that we cannot meet 1.7 OPEC allocated quota daily. It's an irony of thought. It's a tragedy of history.